So today, I'm going to be working on a 2016 BMW, or 2012, sorry, 2012 BMW X3. Let's go ahead and get started. Sound good? With this dent, it is a significantly complex repair. The dent is on the body line and does travel farther down into the panel. We did estimate this dent at about a 4.5 to 5 inches. As you're going to see in some of these before photos or these before videos here, that the dent is actually significantly larger than what we did estimate through photos. This doesn't make me upset, only due to one, I love what I do, and two, it's actually not anything out of the ordinary with what I can't fix and within a couple of minutes in that bottom portion of the dent. But if I were to actually if I were to actually measure this out, it's not 4.5 to 5 inches. We are actually looking at about 15 inches of dent, which is about 10 inches more than what we did quote through photos. Like I said, the bottom portion of this is mostly just a crease in the door that I know I can take care of within a couple of minutes. We are going to keep the pricing. The customer also did remove the interior panel for us already, so that saves us a ton of time. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this kind of repair, or go through this repair, showing you the methods and the tools that we're going to use to go ahead and fix this. This is a complex repair. Body line is hit, large crease damage. It's going to take a skilled technician to actually repair this to such a high quality, which is what we are known for. Taking our time, being knowledgeable around paintless dent repair, and delivering a product that the customer is going to be happy with. So as you guys can see here, that I do have access into this area. There is a sound deadener though, or a dampener, and that's for wind noise, panel stability. It does, like I said, dampen noise, panel stability, so it's not just flopping in the wind or anything like that. So that may be a little bit of an issue. It is a thinner sheet, so I do think I can poke through that fairly easily with some of these tools that we do have that are very sharp. But it is just another obstacle or an obstruction between me and the dent itself. So once I start pushing on that, I'm going to really be able to see how much trouble that may or may not give me. The body line, let me see. The body line itself doesn't have any obstruction, which will be nice. That means I can get a direct push right onto that damage, which is going to be super helpful for me. Having this type of access here is going to allow for maximum leverage, maximum line of sight. I'm going to be able to work this damage from the inside with my head kind of poking out to the outside. 2012 BMW X5M with a dent on the body line, about 15 inches completely from top to bottom. And let's get into it. So I just had a thought, guys, and so right now I'm just using this hammer, and I just had a quick thought for you guys. I think a lot of technicians struggle with body lines specifically, and you can see a lot of body line damage. Well, one, you go to body shops and stuff, or even customers will say, oh, well, it's on a body line, I don't think you could fix it, which we can. But I think a lot of technicians struggle with body lines is one, they don't understand that it's not just a singular point. It's not just one straight line that we're going to be pushing on. It's a curvature. It's small. It's a small rounded surface. And so when we're pushing, we're not just pushing in one spot. We have to go across that entire body line. So as I'm knocking down and I'm hitting the top of it, I'm going onto the body line and I'm coming on the coming to the bottom of that body line. I just don't know if enough technicians really understand that. When you're working something like this, that you have to hit the entire line, and it's it is difficult to see, and a lot of times line of sight can be an issue. And as you guys can see, I have that light pretty far back, and I have my head tilted over, and that's so I can see down that entire line. I can follow where it's not damaged and see that little low or see that dark area that I still need to either push up, or if it's lighter then it's high. Then I need to knock it down. And so I just want to kind of throw a little tip in there, for technicians to make sure that you're getting a good line of sight down that entire body line. And that's going to make a cleaner repair for when you are fixing that type of damage. And I just want to kind of throw that little tip in there. So I'm going to get back to it and, catch you guys in a bit. Right now we are midway through this repair, and I will go over the kind of tools that I'm using and kind of what it looks like as of right now. No real issues. We do have that body line up. We are going back and forth between the body line itself and the crown up top. Still using that same leverage point and that same leverage system. And I've switched tools. I've switched to an even finer tip. It's just taped up. But let's go ahead and show you what it looks like right now. Right now you can see within here. Let's turn this up for you guys. Zoom in. And you can see there is a little bit of texture on there that I am not worried about whatsoever. This is kind of just part of the process. It tends to look ugly before it looks great. But we do have the body line up. There are some micro lows in there that I still need to hit. We see the crown on top. We see that low on the bottom. So we're just pushing all that up nice and easy. Nothing crazy. We do have that bottom crease pretty much taken care of. It's all up. It's just going to be finishing on that, so no big deal. And I'll go over the tools that I'm using right now. I've switched from the dent gear tools, I've switched to a dent gear tool, which I don't know if they make anymore, and if they do, I'll try to link all of these in the description for you guys and all that, but I was using the Ultra with the Ultra double bend with a soft tip on it with a push cap, but what I've switched to is this dent gear double bend with a knife tip or a blade tip, and I have it taped. And that tape is going to give you a nice soft push, but as you guys can see here, this is the tip and what it looks like. And it's fairly sharp. If I were to just use this right now, I would make a lot of poke marks. But what I'm using is what we call Tessa tape. And this is just a nice thick tape that will go over the end of that tool and just give it a softer push. I'm using the tadpole from Edgy Tools to cut this because it is pretty thick. And this is all the size you really need. You do want to be mindful as you are pushing and just really watch your pushes, because you will break through this, especially with using heat. You can break through the tape. So as you're pushing and it's soft, you want to start looking for, at least be mindful that you can break through the one point of contact, and it will break through the tape. And what you can do, instead of peeling off a new piece, you can just rewrap it in a different section and keep reusing it, so you're not wasting materials. And so I'm just using this through that S-hook leverage system, going up and down that body line, making sure that that is going to be up and flush and flat, and then I'm working the top and the bottom simultaneously as well. So this is pretty much just how I have it taped right now on there, and this is what's allowing me to, well guys, my battery died, so but as I was saying before, that's what's allowing me to pinpoint the that body line and those micro lows and like that. It's being able to go through and change the diameter of the tool as I'm working this dent. As it was super deep, I was with a big fat rubber tip, and I was using these Dentcraft red tips like this. I was using these, and that's to just move a lot of metal. Well, as I'm moving less and less metal, the tips of my tools have to change as well. And so as that dent shrinks, my tips start to get smaller as well. My tips, I guess you could say, shrink as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get back to pushing on this, and we should have this finished up either by the end of the day, or at least 80% of the way. And then tomorrow, which is Saturday, I will be just doing a lot of finishing touches, making sure that it looks really good in my eyes, in the light, without light. I'll bring it outside in the natural light as well. Take a look at it, look for any waves that I see. There is a scuff or some minor scuffing where the damage is, so I'm gonna go ahead and buff that, get that all cleaned up as well. And we should be good to go. There is one little dent that I do see right now at the bottom of this door, so I'm gonna take care of that. But yeah, other than that, this is a one-day repair, and with the customer taking off the interior panel, I mean, that saved me probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of work, maybe a little bit less, but that just makes it a lot easier to me to really just go ahead and get right to work. I'm gonna go ahead and check the vehicle for anything else that if there are any other minor dents or dings or anything like that. It was raining yesterday when he dropped off, so I didn't really get a chance to check the entire vehicle. But if there is small enough or something easy enough, I'll go ahead and take care of that for them as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and get back into this, and got a couple more hours left into it, get this nice and flat, and then probably tomorrow throw a light on it again, just with some fresh eyes, and get into finishing and just pinpointing and really just getting really like OCD with the repair, which is what we tend to do as technicians. Just what about that? What about this? Let me knock that down, or let me push on this. And that's just, to me, that's just in a PDR tech's nature, or at least it should be. I know it's in mine. Just really always double checking, triple checking, quadruple checking my work as I do something, this complex. It's on a black vehicle, so any imperfections will be shown in a nice bright day, or when you have contrast that's shining on this vehicle. And I want to make sure that once this vehicle leaves our facility, that it's going to be, looks like nothing ever happened. It's going to be, good to go and dent free. All right, guys, so we have everything squared away on this BMW. Let's go ahead and show you the after product. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out outside as well for you guys, so you can see it in natural. But under a light, let's go ahead and take a look at what this guy looks like here. There she is. Got that crease cleaned up down at the bottom, as well as that top body line. Alright guys, so let's take a look at this thing out in the natural light, and I think this customer's gonna be super happy. base down there below, and obviously the body line. Well, hope you guys found this video very informative and gave you a little bit of insight to a complex repair and some insight to the paintless dent repair process. If you guys have any questions, you can always contact us here in Lombard at our facility, 229 Eisenhower Lane South in Lombard, or 630-577-2777. Also, guys, be sure to like and subscribe. I know I'm producing content. Chris over in Virginia is also producing content on this YouTube channel. So any comments or concerns or just feedback in general helps us a ton with either creating content for you guys or just, you know, getting knowledge or information around the paintless dent repair process out there to the public. So be sure to share this video, you know, with people just so they can know the capabilities of what we can do as paintless dent repair technicians and as a company here with Dentless Touch. So thank you guys again, and I'll catch you in the next one.